I was never able to buy 2 pair of Nikes, 2 cell phones, 2 this, you know.
You didn't buy anything.
Okay. So now I get punished because I'm not money worthy, to keep them happy. I'm cooking them dinner every day. I'm making sure they come home and do their homework, but that's not good enough.
What we aren't gonna do is talk at the same time. Mr. Barber, is somebody calling you? Jerome, answer it and see if it's a woman. You have unprotected sex
One time,
with
Your
Miss
Honor.
Stone?
It was not one time.
And that was in the threesome.
It was not. It was
In
not
the
one time.
where?
And the threesome between me, her, and...
David Dorsey, you said David Watkins.
It was a David.
My name used to be David Watkins. I was adopted.
He doesn't do anything for my child. I have to take care of my child by myself. Excuse me, I'm talking. I am talking. You do not interrupt me when I'm talking.
Okay.
This case was a mess from the start. Miss Rogers claims Mr. Stone got her pregnant, but he's dodging responsibility. He insists it was just a fling, and even suggests she was seeing other guys. Things are already...
You say after an encounter with your elementary school sweetheart, you ended up pregnant. Has gone through great lengths to deny he is the father of your son, Christian. You say Ms. Rogers is promiscuous and it was only a casual fling. You say she has even slept with some of your friends and therefore it is impossible you are the father of her baby.
Heating up. Miss Rogers then reconnects with her childhood crush, and somehow they go from long time no see to being intimate twice in one day. Their fling lasts about a month before she discovers he has a
I
girlfriend.
was at my friend's house, or I was at her boyfriend's house, and we were chilling, and he walked through the door, and I'm like, really? We was talking, laughing. We went back to my friend's house with her boyfriend, and we had sex that day. We left her house and went back to his house and had sex again a couple times. And after that, it's just like, we would hang out, have sex.
Boom. Mr. Stone drops a bombshell. Turns out their unprotected night together happened during a threesome. The judge mishears threesome as freezer, making the moment even funnier.
Did you have unprotected sex
One time,
with
Your
Miss
Honor.
Stone?
It was not one time.
And that was in the threesome.
It was not. It was
In
not
the
one time.
where?
And the threesome between me, her, and...
We had a threesome. The night I found out that he had a girlfriend, we had a threesome.
Jerome, at first I thought he said in the freezer.
Miss Rogers finds out she's pregnant while getting a birth control shot. Talk about bad timing. She's only 18, started college. Now she's expecting twins. Meanwhile, Mr. Stone swears she never told him about the pregnancy.
I went to the doctor to get my birth control shot because I know I'm having sex, so I'm like, I need to go because I don't want to have no more kids.
Anymore.
I have twins.
18 years old with 3 children?
Yes. I didn't want no more kids because I had just got accepted to college. Things was looking up. So I was like, I wanted to like put the cap on before anything happened, not knowing that I was already pregnant. So it was like, I was scared.
Miss Rogers insists he was there for the ultrasound. He even roasted the baby's big head. Mr. Stone, on the other hand, claims he never saw it, just got a picture through a text. Someone here is clearly lying. The audience knows it.
I wasn't driving. I was in the passenger seat. My friend came to me. We were chilling, talking, and then he said he had to go pick them up and drop them off.
He saw the ultrasound pictures when I came out the hospital. He looked at them. He held them in his hand and looked at
No, I
every
did not.
picture of my ultrasound. It said, you're having a boy. I didn't find out I was pregnant until I was 4 months pregnant. I give him that. I'm in the car with my friend. They had been over my house. They was like, I said, can you take me to my ultrasound? She said, okay.
Then comes the math drama. Miss Rogers says the doctor confirmed the baby was conceived in November, which matches their fling timeline. But Mr. Stone is looking at the dates like it's an impossible puzzle.
The lady said that I got pregnant during the beginning of November.
No, Your Honor, we were intimate between the 17th and the 22nd. My birthday is the 24th. It was the week before my birthday.
We had been having sex for almost a month. We started having sex at the end of October towards the end of November.
It was the beginning, like the mid-November.
That's when Miss Rogers pulls out text message receipts. Mr. Stone once called the baby my baby. Now he's backpedaling, saying he got attached but still isn't sure. At this point, everyone is just waiting for that DNA test.
First time he's sitting this, let me tell you something. When me and him talk, this is his baby. This is
Really?
baby. He says my baby. He does not say the baby. He says my baby.
Text messages. The messages say, from Mr. Stone, what are you doing? And you say, sitting here. And Mr. Stone says, oh, okay, I miss Nugget. You write, okay. And then you write back, Mr. Stone, when can I have my baby?
And then, boom, plot twist.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Stone, you are not the father.
Situation was chaotic from the start. Phelan Hannon grew up believing that Kimball was her father. That is, until she turned 13 and he hit her with a shocking revelation. I am not your father. The news shattered everything she thought she knew.
up believing one man was your father until the age of 13 when he said, "I am not your daddy." Your mother then told you on her deathbed that another man, the defendant David Dorsey, is your biological father. You are here to prove paternity.
As a child, Phelan once asked Kimball to take her to a daddy-daughter dance. Instead of just saying yes or no, he coldly told her, "I'm not your dad. Good luck." That's not just a rejection, that's a whole new level of emotional detachment.
Well, I believe David Dorsey is my biological father, but I grew up with my grandparents and my mom. Like you said, I was known for a man named Kimball to be my dad. I called him one day the daddy-daughter dance. Instead of his response being, "Yes, I'll be there," it was, "Your mother's still lying to you, not your dad. You need to go find your real dad."
How cruel.
Before passing away, Phelan's mom finally admitted that she had been wrong. She had believed David Dorsey was the father, but the truth was still uncertain. Now, in the middle of grieving, Phelan had another challenge.
My mom, we would have our heart-to-heart because she was sick my whole entire life. You know, she would be talking about Kimball, she would talk about David. On her deathbed, she told me, "I thought I'd pick the right one for you, but David's your father."
So just before your mother passed, she says to you, "I thought I picked the right one for you, but David Dorsey is really your biological father."
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
When Phelan finally found David, she approached him with the truth. "I think you might be my dad," she told him. Instead of reacting with shock or concern, he hit her with, "I don't even know your mom."
You don't believe you're her biological father?
No, Your Honor.
Why?
Because I don't remember her mother at all.
You don't remember her mother?
I don't know her mother.
So you are standing here at the defendant's podium in this courtroom today saying you know you cannot be Miss Hannon's biological father because you have never met her mother.
No, I haven't, Your Honor.
David thought he could deny everything, but then Phelan's godmother stepped in. She looked at him and said, "Oh no, sir, I remember you." She recalled David bringing Phelan's mom lunch at work, proof that they had definitely known each other.
Me and Phelan's mother, Veronica, we worked together. Mr. Dorsey, I have seen him come to the job to bring her mom lunch. Her mom would talk about her baby daddy being David.
Your Honor.
You don't remember any of this?
Your Honor, I've never had sex with this woman.
To make matters even more suspicious, it turned out David had gone by a different last name, David Watkins. That was the name Phelan had grown up hearing. Was this just an unbelievable coincidence, or was someone deliberately avoiding the truth?
Because I remember her mom talking about a David. That's your dad.
Oh wait,
But
this
it was
is David
Watkins.
Dorsey. You said David Watkins.
It was a David
My name used to be David Watkins. I was adopted, and he changed my name to Watkins, and then when I got grown, I changed my name back to my dad's name.
So what are you thinking? You thinking this woman just made this up?
Your Honor, I don't know this woman.
Then, in walked Melody, David's daughter, and she was not here for the games. She turned to her father and said, "Dad, stop playing." Without hesitation, she hugged Phelan and told her, "That's my sister."
I love you too. That's my sister. You know, I don't mean to disrespect my dad, but my dad was a Rolling Stone, okay? So he was the man, and like, he was very known on the North Side for being David Watkins, you know, the Slayer.
Melody had always heard people say that Phelan looked just like her. When she saw Phelan's picture, it was like looking in a mirror. Meanwhile, David was still trying to stick to his "I don't remember" story.
There's this girl that looks like you. She looks so much like you. Can you please just get in contact with this girl, please? Because you look so much like her. Went onto Facebook, you know, and I looked up her name. When I seen her face, I was like, if that's not me, maybe about a good 50 pounds ago, I mean.
Even David started second-guessing himself. He admitted that Phelan looked like both him and Melody, but he refused to let go of his uncertainty. No worries, though. The DNA test was on its way, and there would be no more room for denial once the results were revealed.
I feel sorry for her.
Is there any part of you that says, if she is my daughter, I've missed out on 30 years of this woman's life, this young woman, this beautiful, smart young woman, I've missed out on her life?
Yeah, I'm torn that way too, though. I feel one kind of way, but then I feel bad if I missed out on her life, if I am her father.
Finally, the moment of truth arrived. Judge Lake held the envelope in her hands, and the entire room fell silent.
Dorsey, you are not the father.
Miss Holho versus the Howard sisters. Miss Holho storms into the courtroom, claiming her mother had a fling with the Howard sisters' father, making her their sister. The sisters are furious, calling her a liar, but she points to her name in their father's obituary.
Miss Holshoe, you claim your mother had an affair with the defendant's father, and today you're in court to prove that he is your biological father. Miss Howard, you and your sisters say Miss Holshoe is a delusional troublemaker whose promiscuous mother destroyed your family.
family and ruined your home.
She first learned about her real father when her drunk stepdad spilled the secret during a fight. Her mother later confirmed it, turning her world upside down. From that moment, everything became a mess of denial and confusion.
I've recently learned that I have terminal cancer, and I like to have family history, and I also, which I know they don't want to, but I would also like to, because my stepdad was drunk, he was fighting with my mother, and he said, well, who do you think your father is? And so after that, my mother told me. She took me and introduced me to Diaz. We had a relationship from then on.
Howard's sisters admit their father once mentioned Miss Holho might be their sister, but they dismiss it, saying her mother had a reputation. The courtroom erupts into chaos, feeling more like a dysfunctional family dinner than a legal case.
Time when I was 19 years old, my dad, he was in from California. My parents were already divorced. We were in from California. He had us all meet him out at a country bar. We showed up, that and her mother was there. And after about a half hour, we had some drinks and stuff, and my dad...
I don't even remember that, and she's lying, and I'm not a that. If anybody's a that, look over there.
Whatever the case may be.
Despite knowing their father was a cheater, the sisters refused to believe Miss Holho. They dissect the past like detectives, throwing in insults about her mother, making the situation even uglier.
I was in California living with my father. We had packed up our things and moved out because my father had gone to at the bar where her mother was working and caught her cheating on him. Probably has no idea who any of her children belong to.
It's not my fault you guys don't want to know me. It's not my fault that your dad had sex with my mother, and I'm a product of that.
Miss Holho claims Mr. Howard invited her to a family reunion, but says the sisters chased her away. They deny it, and the courtroom turns into a full-blown soap opera, with emotions running high on both sides.
Your Honor, Mr. Howard invited me to a Howard family reunion.
Lies.
It was at Guilford Lake.
That is a total lie.
How does she know where the reunion is if she was invited or someone didn't tell her?
Your Honor, I have been to every single family reunion.
And I have been
she
to...
has never been.
Is it held at that location?
I'm sure that she has this information because she's gone from my other sister.
Then, a twist. Kelly Howard admits she believes Miss Holho. She remembers their father introducing Miss Holho as their sister, leaving everyone in shock and questioning everything they thought they knew.
19, and he said that he wanted me to meet one of his girlfriends. Met several of them before. So we go to Lynn's mother. He introduces me to her as my sister. We just went about our way after that, and I just took it as for what it was and just...
You never questioned it?
No. Our dad never lied to us.
Judge Lake finally reveals the DNA result.
That the probability of half-siblingship between Diana Howard and Misty Lynn Holshoe is 98.1%.
Miss Taylor and Miss Johnson versus Mr. Barber. Miss Taylor and Miss Johnson take Mr. Barber to court, accusing him of being a deadbeat dad and demanding over $7,000 in child support. He insists they're just stirring up drama and wanting too much money.
The only reason you can't support the children you have with Miss Taylor and Miss Johnson is because they ask for too much money. They create too much drama.
In the middle of the heated exchange, a phone rings, making everyone laugh while the judge glares. Mr. Barber admits he is the father, but denies being a bad dad, which immediately sets Miss Taylor off.
What we aren't gonna do is talk at the same time. Mr. Barber, is somebody calling you? Jerome, answer it and see if it's a woman. They probably never call back again.
Miss Taylor reveals that she gave birth alone, while Mr. Barber was busy flirting on his phone. He defends himself, saying he was handling work matters, but she isn't buying it. Their argument keeps escalating, making it clear that their issues go far beyond money.
I had my daughter by myself. My mother's deceased. My family could not get there. I called him and told him that I was being induced. He stayed for 24 hours, you know what?
Judge Lake steps in, scolding everyone for their shouting, reminding them that their constant fighting is hurting the children. She compares their behavior to nails on a chalkboard, while the moms roll their eyes and Mr. Barber tries to stay calm.
You two go speak. I took a moment to just observe you. You go to not level 10, level 20 in a matter of used to watching people in dispute yell and scream. I can only imagine.
Then a twist. Mr. Barber shares that he grew up in group homes and never learned how to care for others. He now works as an engineer, trying to improve his life. Surprisingly, Miss Cooper, the third mom, defends him.
You feel like he treats your child differently?
No, I don't. I feel like he loves all his kids the same. I just feel like me and him have came to a common ground to co-parent. Our relationship and what we've been through, none of that matters.
Is he good?
Yes, he is. Very well.
Love.
She's a daddy's girl. She's the only one wants to be with him.
Despite the emotional confessions, the financial dispute remains unresolved. Judge Lake finally holds up the DNA results, and the room goes silent. Everyone is bracing for the truth that will decide the future for all involved.
When you got these women pregnant, you didn't know who you were. But now you said you found yourself. You know what you're passionate about. But most importantly, you have to remember you don't want to let your child down. Do you understand? You have to now step up to the plate and be that father that you want to be. You say you want to be. Fathers, parents make sacrifices. They get it done.
Mr. Bird versus Miss Stephanie, a paternity battle like no other. This case feels like a reality show gone wrong. Mr. Bird claims he was tricked into fatherhood and now wants his name removed from the birth certificate. Stephanie, on the other hand, is furious, arguing that he was a great dad until now.
Mr. Barrage, you've dragged Miss Stephens to court because you say you're being played for a fool. And when today's DNA results prove that you are not her daughter, father, you demand that your name be removed from her birth certificate and you be reimbursed for the past 8 months of child care expenses.
Both parties admit to having side flings, turning this situation into a full-blown love triangle. Bird had a girlfriend while seeing Miss Stephanie, who also had another man in the picture. Despite the tangled mess, Stephanie insists Bird knew exactly what he was getting into.
I also had another woman on the side, and you had another guy on the side.
And I never knew it was a girlfriend. We were together every day since the first day we started hanging out.
No.
But when I sent you the pregnancy test and told you I was pregnant, you said what? I'm gonna be in her life. That's my child. You was there, you signed the birth certificate, cut the umbilical cord. I didn't force you to do anything. You chose to do that willingly because you felt obviously that she was your child.
Sees it differently. He argues that Stephanie trapped him, claiming she only wanted to break up his relationship. She fires back, saying he stayed because he liked how well she treated her kids. The judge looks like she needs a lie detector test just to make sense of this chaos.
That's my child. I'm gonna be in his or her life. He's saying that I was just something to do, but that was never my impression. Me and Fernando, we was together all the time. It wasn't no one night stand. We was together consistently every day. I didn't think we were in a relationship, but I thought it was more because I knew that my intentions was to get more than what it was.
And you also said this to me, talking like you gonna try to take me away from my girl. You know what I'm saying? Trying to set me up, trying to trap me.
Then comes the gossip. Bird claims that neighbors told him Stephanie was seeing multiple men, further fueling his doubts about the child's paternity. He even points out that the baby's complexion seems too different from his. Stephanie rolls her eyes, clearly over the accusation.
I didn't know how many guys she slept with. Guys coming out the blue in the neighborhood while I stayed, just come out the blue. I hit that.
Yeah, he's going off what other people saying. Ask him, does he know anything that's for sure? Not what people are saying.
Do you know for sure? Do you have any proof of this?
I have proof, Your Honor. For one, Your Honor, I don't have light blue, green, hazel eyes, Your Honor. So that's for one.
The other guy has light eyes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just when things start to settle, Stephanie drops a bomb. She's 5 months pregnant with Bird's baby. He immediately accuses her of trapping him again, while she insists it wasn't planned. The judge looks exhausted, but the drama isn't over yet.
I really don't know who my father is, because my name ain't on the birth certificate other than what my mother tell me, but ain't no name on the birth certificate. On my generation, my close in that family all the way to like 1874. And like far as our genetic code, we got big eyes, big nose, big lip. That baby got light eyes, little nose.
From you, Mr. Barrage, she's my child. Also, she can have my genes.
Stephanie admits she was involved with another man, but insists their relationship ended before the baby was conceived. Bird isn't convinced. He's sure there's another possible father in the picture. At this point, even the audience is solving this case like a crime drama.
My biological mom wasn't in my life, nor my father. I didn't meet him till I was 12. And ain't no telling if that's my biological father. Why would I put my children? Phelan is my 5th child. I'm pregnant again by Mr. Barrage. And what, to go through the same thing? I'm 5 months pregnant as we speak now.
She trapped me, Your Honor. She trapped me with this.
Then things take a bizarre turn. Out of nowhere, Bird accuses Stephanie of using voodoo on him. The judge gives him a look of pure disbelief. She reminds him that he willingly signed the birth certificate and took on the role of a father.
Have you ever had a sexual relationship with this other guy? So you have. What he's saying is you've had a sexual relationship with this guy. For some reason, you're still around him all the time.
Because
unprotected sex, Your Honor.
Was it unprotected or protected sex?
Unprotected. When I met Mr. Barrage, that relationship, no, not at the same time.
It might be another man, baby. You know they got a name for themselves.
Finally, the moment of truth arrives. The DNA results are in, and the courtroom falls silent. No more accusations, no more finger pointing, just cold, hard facts. Whatever happens next will change everything.
Both of you have stood in court today and testified that you feel like fools.
Yes, Your Honor. A special type of food, though, Your Honor.
What kind?
She put some type of voodoo on me or something, Your Honor.
acting like you don't care nothing about this girl. You are wasting my time. I'm trying to get to this paternity issue and you trying to act like you don't care nothing about this girl. Hit it and quit it girl that you don't care nothing about.
The DNA results are in.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Barrage, you are her father.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The Eggleston twins versus their alleged father. Shocking paternity twist. The Eggleston twins find themselves in court after their father drops a bombshell. He's not their biological dad. He claims his reason for coming forward is financial, but the sisters aren't buying it. The drama is just getting started.
You and your identical twin sister state that the man who raised you recently shocked you when he announced that he is not your biological father. You've petitioned the court for a paternity test because you believe finances are motivating your alleged father's claims. Your statement to the court counters that you know for sure the plaintiff's father is a white man and you are not.
Mr. Eggleston admits he always had doubts about being their father due to some questionable things their mother did in the past. Yet, despite his suspicions, he chose to raise them. His story is messy, and it's only about to get more complicated.
And from the start, I knew they wasn't mine, but you know, something overcame me that...
You knew their mother?
Yes, I did. I was coming home one day and she was in the backyard barbecuing, and I noticed this big, beautiful smile, big breasts. And
notice those, huh?
Yeah, and the big cheeseburgers on the grill.
The twins, however, argue that he never truly acted like a father. No new shoes, no structure, no allowance. After their mother passed away, they believe he only took them in for financial gain. The courtroom is tense as emotions run high.
I was never able to buy 2 pair of Nikes, 2 cell phones, 2 this, 2 this, you know.
You didn't buy anything.
Okay. So now I get punished because I'm not money worthy, you know, to keep them happy. Keep them happy. If I cherish them with money, it'd be a whole new different ballgame. Cooking them dinner every day. I'm making sure they come home and do their homework, but that's not good enough.
Then, a cousin enters the picture with a jaw-dropping claim. Their mother had a sugar daddy, a wealthy white man who might actually be the twins' real father. This revelation sends shockwaves through the courtroom, leaving everyone questioning what they thought they knew.
But he's talking about a white man that actually, I don't know how to word it, but I want to say he was like her job. He didn't care if she was pregnant. He would have sent her money just because that's what they do. That was his purpose of being there. She didn't just call one. He sent money often. Exactly. Before she got pregnant, he was sending money.
Twins open up about how Mr. Eggleston's doubts made them feel like outsiders. They even discovered his secret journal, where he wrote about questioning his paternity, but ultimately choosing to stay. It's a whirlwind of emotions, laughter, tears, and deep realization.
We found a journal of his, and basically, I understand that this is something that he been fighting with himself, and it's starting to hit him, so it's like...
So then that makes us figure, okay, then now we understand why you treated us like we was always...
It's something that his from. You know, he was in detail saying they came out and I seen them. Felt something came over my body saying, I'm gonna be in these kids' life. They're gonna need me one day.
Finally, judge holds up the DNA result.
When it comes to whether Mr. Rodney Eggleston is the father of Antonia and Rodnea Eggleston, Mr. Eggleston, you are their father.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more jaw-dropping stories. Stay tuned for the next courtroom showdown. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.